If it's your first time here, click on the subscribe button and on the bell icon to get notifications about new videos. Well, I have a MacBook here, and it's a 15-inch 2011 model, and it's basically dead. Kind of. Hook up the charger, we've got a green light. Don't know if you can see it on the camera there, maybe you can. Green light there. So it's got power. Hasn't turned itself on automatically, which it should have done. Come over here, push the power button. Nothing happens. Now, if I disconnect that, hold the power button down, do an SMC reset, plug in power, and then wait, say 10 seconds. You're supposed to wait 10 seconds before you release the power button. And I'm just guessing, obviously, it must be about now. There we go. Now it's trying to boot. CD drive's running. It will do spin up, stop, spin up again. There we go, spinning up again. Green light and the charger's gone off. And there's the display. Obviously it's going to be upside down. And it will come up with a folder icon in a second saying no system. And I'll wait for that to pop up. Then I'll plug a USB 3 flash drive in. This one's for OS 10.12. Is that Sierra, is it? I think it's Sierra. Wait for it to come up first before I do that. Any minute now. Here we go. Let's plug the flash drive in. And it's trying to boot. And it does actually boot up. Alright, it does actually do it. I can run it into a system and be ready to install. It will work. But it won't boot up without the SMC bypass. So I need to find out what's causing that problem. Right now, I don't actually know. It's a little bit of a mystery. But I'm suspecting it's something around here. There's no signs of liquid damage. If I had a good look at the board, there's no corrosion, at least on this side. There might be something on the other side. Over here we've got the liquid indicators. It's not being focused, is it? Okay, so there's liquid indicators in here, and there's little white dots. Because they're still white means they're not been triggered. So, interesting. But the part I'm suspecting is here. This is the ISL 6259, which provides some of the basic regulators, regulator circuitry. So that's where I'm thinking the problem is. But there's nothing obvious there. There's no signs of corrosion on the board. I'll slide this around so you can have a good look at it yourself as well, in case you spot something that I've missed. LVDS connector, pulled it off, it all looks fine. A little bit of dust, but it's almost nothing. If you just put dust around the board, you know, just you can see the dust on there now. Right, so it's never been cleaned or anything like that. At least the board hasn't. So yeah, I mean, I can't see anything on this side of the board that says there's a problem. So I'm going to take the board out. Yeah, so I'm going to take the board out, check the other side out in case there's something wrong on the other side of the board. And if there's not, then I'll start diagnosing voltages and stuff like that and see what's going on. But the fact there's a green light on the charger means we've got at least two voltages present. PP3P42 and something else. If it is, I can't remember what it is now. But yeah, so to get the green light you have to have two voltages present straight away. And they're there. But it just won't boot. So it could also be a bad keyboard. I mean, maybe the keyboard's bad. I haven't tried checking that stuff out yet. But of course, if I unplug the keyboard, I can't power it unless I find those pads. There's some pads on the board somewhere which allow to power it up. Where are they? I'm not sure where they are on this thing, actually. A lot of people like that work on these things will know where they are just straight away. They just know. I don't have a clue. I'll need to find it. I might have to look it up. But if I unplug the keyboard and then try powering it using the test pads, if that works, I know it's the keyboard. It could be. You never know. Anyway, I'll try it first. Okay, I found the test pads. They're right there. There's 2 square pads right there. Those are the test pads there. So let's unplug the keyboard. No signs of corrosion there either. I mean, it could be a liquid damage keyboard. It could be all it is. Right. Put power on. Let's hold this open in case that matters. Stick a pin in there, I'll do. And let's short across those 2 pads. No, nothing. So, still not that. Okay, we've eliminated something. Okay, so now I've unplugged everything else. Let's zoom in so you can see a bit better. So it's got the new lens, you might as well have a closer look. And we'll short those 2 pads out again. Nope, put power on, that makes sense. Power on the power supply. Nah, still nothing. So, not going. So it's not something external to the logic board which is causing that problem. So, let's get the thing out. The screw is loose. Maybe someone's already been in here. Well, also it's loose, it's just not tight. Well, it could be original, I don't know. Maybe it is okay, but just felt a bit looser than I'm used to finding. Like the LVDS. Now these are the things that always worry me, these cables. These are very fragile and they're a real pain if you damage one. You should strip the screen down. So is that everything out I need to get out? No, I'm missing something. Just pop the RAM out so I don't damage something. Let's take these out as well, let's take the fans out as well, get the whole lot off. Probably missing that too anyway. Seems to be, oh no, it's the screw there. Another fan screw. Right, there we go, that's that one out. Bit of dust in there still, so it hasn't been cleaned in a little while. It's not too bad though. Down there. Maybe that's what I'm missing, I don't know. I think they're going to the board though. Put it out. Again, dust in there, what you expect. Right. That is stuck. There we go. Oh, I missed the cable. That's what's going on there. I forgot to take off this cable here. That's not good, is it? Right, and this one here. Now I'll lift it up. And I think I'll take the whole connector out with it. DC board as well. Probably need to clean too. When I put the took the cable off the keyboard, you see the stud is missing. The stud came off with this. I noticed it's flapping around. It's actually come unsoldered with it. I'll have to see if I can reattach it. I'm not sure if I can or though. Not sure if I can or not. Right. Come. Alright. Let's look at this side. Nothing obvious on this side either. I don't think it's got liquid damage. At least there's nothing to see. It's dusty, very dusty, but well, moderately dusty. Certainly seen worse. I am not seeing much at all. Seeing a bit of old flux residue around here, but that's probably nothing. It's just from the factory assembly, I think. I'm not seeing liquid damage. Sure, there's dust, but I'm not seeing liquid. So let's pull this off and have a look under here. Again, dusty, but that's about it. I'm not seeing anything. See if there's any kind of residue down between his ports or anything like that. But all I'm seeing is dust. It looks pretty much perfect. Yeah. So it's probably a component failure. No, it's just dust. Nothing around those legs. It's looking good actually, I have to say. It's just DC inboard. That's unlikely to be a problem. Again, just dust, no signs of corrosion. I'll pull this off next. Let's refit this because it all looks fine under there. I do prefer the setup we got on this compared to the previous version, the 13-inch ones as well, where the microphone will sit in here instead of snaking through and going into the chassis. Let's pull this off and look underneath this heatsink properly. Off, it's a bit stuck. What's the old stuff's a bit. Oh, look at how much there is on there. It's like liquid in the middle and dry on the outside. Someone's been messing with that. Anyway. Interesting. Well, let's get the dust out of it and have a closer look. See if I can see anything around here. Apart from the bits of thermal compound that are breaking off because they're dry. Right. Let's look a bit closer. Is that in focus for you? I think it is. There's some slight discoloration around these dots here and over here, but that's probably just environmental. It's just like, you know, humidity in the air. It doesn't look like it's actually wet. I mean, maybe, but that's really something on the bottom of the board is possible. Maybe it was actually water, not something else, not some other kind of drink. Because water will just disappear, but other stuff will leave residues behind, and you know, staining and stuff like that. But anyway, and you got the same kind of thing up here as well, just a little bit of slight discoloration there. Let's focus again. It's just very slight, you know, insignificant amount. It's like, it doesn't look like it's really a problem. Yeah, but I'm not seeing evidence. It's all looking fine. This bit here is all looking alright as well. I mean, there's a little bit of slight discoloration around here, but oh, there's a cap there, a little bit discoloured. No, I think it's alright. Well, basically I'm at a bit of a loss because nothing physically looks that bad. Yeah, so I think we're pretty good as far as that goes. So it's probably some kind of component failure, so I'm going to have to look into that part of it, I think. Right, so let's try a different DCN board, because this one here does seem to have a little bit of residue on it actually. Nothing else has got anything, but this does. I mean, I don't know, maybe there's a little bit over here, just there's like a little spot just there. It looks like it may have a little bit of something. Let's have a look. Can you see just there? It's like there's something, maybe. Just a touch. There you go. You can get it reflecting a little bit. In the light, you might be able to see something maybe there. But that's like it. Just that little area just there, you know. That's the only thing I can see. Maybe just there too, actually. It could just be a bit of flux residue because it's, I don't know, it's just, could be. But this has definitely got something. See, there's a little bit of dullness around that one there. So maybe it's a little bit on this, and that's caused a problem. Possibly, but I swapped it out with another one and it's no different. So it's not this, that, something else is going on. Okay, so I think I've discovered something. I was going around just probing resistors in this area, because resistors can go bad from time to time. You get a little bit stressed or you've got some kind of problem. This one here, that's measuring 10.7k, which is interesting because it's supposed to be 30. Now usually resistor will increase in value when they go bad. This is also part of the resistor divider. That's 6k, should be 9, and this one should be 30. So what I've done, I've got a junk board here. This is one of my donors. Measured the same parts on this board. I should bring this in shot so you can see it, shouldn't I? Yeah. And it's kind of in my way though. Hold on. Let's try and make this so I can fit in as well. Right, so junk board. I'm getting 26k on that one. get a decent probe. Here we go, 26.08, and that one now I'm getting about 7, right? So that's supposed to be 9 point something, it's supposed to be 30 point something. Now, back on the original board, so you can see it. Same two parts. 6, that's 1K lower than the other board. And 10K, which is a significant difference. Now, is it this chip which is loading it, or is it these parts which are failing? Well, it's easy to replace those parts and to replace the chips. So I'm going to just pull a couple of those parts out and replace them from one of these donor boards. Otherwise, it's of chips like these ones here, which are the feedback resistors just there. They go to the battery feedback circuitry. I haven't checked much else yet, but I just found that problem. I thought, well, that's interesting, that's odd. Maybe that's what the problem is. So let's just replace those resistors. It should be pretty easy to do. Fairly by decent tweezers with this because they're pretty small. I'll check the resistors on 2 different boards, and both donor boards gave the same values. So I'm pretty confident the values I was getting off those donor boards is okay. Let's try and get this position so I can work on it and have you see it at the same time. Decent tweezers, get some hot air. I will stick some flux on there, what the hell, so I'll stop things, anything else from blowing away as I'm working on it. Don't want parts disappearing as I'm trying to solder, that would be bad, just helps that. I'm going to replace both those resistors. Try and get it off. You see what I'm doing? Yep, cool. One. 2. Get down the board. I'll do it like this, I'll transfer it from one to the other. Flux on there, then I'll file those into place. It's quite good actually having this camera like this now, because it's actually so big on my screen I don't need a microscope. Not for this stuff anyway. Okay, it's looking good. Now, get some IPA just to be a little bit clean, then I'll measure the resistances. That's one end, and on the other end. Right. Good enough. These boards tend to handle the heat pretty well anyway. I'm not really too worried about heat on the boards. It's still warm, but it's okay. Probably only about 40 degrees. Okay. Let's measure the resistors again. See if there's any difference. If it's not, then it's probably the ISL6259, which is the problem. That one first. 10k, no different. And 6k, no different. Okay, so it's likely to be the ISL6259 which is blown. Well, partially blown. There's probably some issue there. Right. I'll probe around some more just to be sure. I don't want to replace that part unless I need to, because it can be a pain. I'm sure I'll just swap it with one of those parts ones, donor board ones. I've done with it. Let me have a look, see if there's anything else which could influence that resistance. Well, there is a capacitor on that line. I suppose I could try taking that off and see if that does anything. Okay. Let's remeasure. Very low resistance there. That's come better though, that's 8k in there now. This one here is being a bit weird. 5k. Could just be because it's hot. So the 7011, is that what's still off? Yeah, 7011. That is in parallel with R7011, which is the 10k resistor, which is the upper one. Is that correct? Yes. So that's the resistor above it. Alright, so this resistor here is in parallel with that capacitor, and that's changed. That's changed value. Now you think that taking a capacitor off shouldn't change the resistance, because a capacitor is not a resistor. Now this one here is supposed to be 30, and it's currently sitting at 5. It's changed. Very interesting. Okay. What else is there? Well, of course, that resistor, there's very little. There is nothing directly across that resistor. It's supposed to be a 30.1k resistor. Let's take the resistor out again. So 7011, which is the one above it. Is that right? No, I want the one below, don't I? 7010. And the bottom one. Do this there. Maybe I see it's probably just out of shot. Just down here. Let's try and measure these. Pads exactly. So that pad. Oh, it's mega ohm, 5.7 mega ohm. Okay, let's measure this. Oh, almost lost it. 30k, that was just as absolutely fine. Let's put it back on. Measure that capacitor soon too. Let's get the resistor back on first. Zoom in again so I can see. That's not right. I was too busy looking at it directly. Okay, just saw it move in. That's fine. Now it's in. Measure that capacitor I took off. No, we're getting nothing from that. Should we measure here again? Maybe I didn't have that part soldered on properly. Definitely getting 4.6k. Well, no, it's not the resistor. The only thing left is the chip. Let's take the chip off. I'm going to get an angled bit for this, so I can actually have the iron or the hot air at one side and use it that way. Put this capacitor back on while I'm waiting. Okay, so chip off. measure resistance again, and I'll take another chip off another board. Starting at 6.5k. What is going on there? Oh, I'm getting... What's going on here? Meters being weird. Hold on. I think it's in between ranges. Ranges. Manual ranging. There's something odd going on here. Get 4.5k still. Let me have a look at a bit of think about this. Something odd definitely going on here. So what? Now those resistors form a resistor divider, okay? So the top resistor there, that leg there is ground, as you can see. That's definitely going to ground. We go to the other side. There should be about 8k, 9k. There you go, 9k there. This one should also be 9k on that side. That resistor there, which hopefully you can see. There we go. Try and get it so you can see what I'm throwing. Also, yep, so there's connection between the resistors. And that side should be about 30k more. And it is. So, the resistors in this configuration test okay. But when I probe it directly onto the resistor, I know I'm getting 30k. That's odd. I wasn't getting that before. You can see right now I'm getting the correct value. Alright, so what's going on here? There's not much actually in this circuitry here that could affect it. Now I've taken the chip off and it's still wrong after I took the chip off, so I'm not sure the chip is bad. Now the other thing we've got here, I think this is a diode. Let's do a diode test. Probe to dig in, maybe. One ain't that way. One ain't that way. Yeah, that's definitely right. And this way I'll check this one again just in case I didn't get a good connection. Yeah. So that diode checks out alright. So what's going on with that resistance? Why is that resistance being weird? It's a bit odd. I'm going to heat the board up again. I'll probably do. Let's get some heat into it. Put it in resistance mode. $24k still. It has dropped a bit, but it's still 24k. I don't know, maybe it's just the heat in the board. Both ways round, 28k. Odd, I mean, do I put that chip back on again? Or do I grab another one? I've changed the resistors. I'm going to put that chip back on again. See if anything's changed now. I've changed that resistor. But Yeah, it's a bit odd. I'm not convinced I'm chasing the right thing here. Let's put some. Yeah, let's get my iron going. Put some fresh solder on this, some lead free. That is not a preference there, so I'd rather have some leaded solder on here. Make soldering it easier. So this tip doesn't seem to be conducting much heat very well. Might have to change tips. Just put the heat up for now. Yeah, this tip doesn't like the ground plane on this thing. Alright, suck some of that solder off. We can try to. Yep. Still want some there, just not as much as I had. Okay. I don't know, should I put, yeah, I'm going to put the same chip back on again. Pretty sure I'm going to have solder on this. Right. Now let's see if it's actually lined up. Seems to be. Right. Doesn't appear to be any bridges. Let's recheck that resistance again, see if anything's changed. Bear in mind it's still hot. Back to 5k. I am suspicious about this. Don't know. 5.1k. No, let's try powering it up. Still nothing. So, yeah. No difference. So I don't even know if I'm chasing the right thing here. Really don't know. $5.2k. Sort of probes around the other way. 10.7k. So yeah, it's definitely being affected by something else. So we go back to doing a ground measurement instead. Do the other way around. It's being affected by something. So it's just something doesn't seem right. It's giving me 5 megohm that way around, but I must be getting it something better than that. $7k that way, yeah. 4.6 megohm. That's it. 0.6k. Now what's going on here? Is this a bad resistor? All these resistors are bad. I'm getting 600k there, and that's just not possible. Get megohms there, probe onto there, getting megohms there. Now, what's going on here? Just not quite seeing what's going on. Let's just try that and see if that does anything. No, something's just weird here. Now I'm getting 10k that way. Right. And that way 5.4k. And I should get about 38 like that. I'm not. What's going on? Something's wrong here. What is wrong? Okay, let's try different approaches. I'm not getting much sense out of these bloody resistance readings. I've got power turned on, so I should get a probe and find voltages on resistors and make sure it's actually dividing. Okay, so that end of that resistor there should be about 18 volts. That's the AC in charge, and the other end should be something less than that. Let's go to the internet one. 4.4 volts. Okay. Internet one, 4.4 volts. Right. So the divider is working. 18, it's 30 and 10, isn't it? So it's 3/4 of 18. No. 1/4 of 18. So 9, 4.5. I'm getting 4.4. So yes, it's dividing. So I'm looks like I'm chasing something which isn't a problem. Sorry to waste your time, but hey, maybe you found it interesting. Right, so it still doesn't turn on. It's not that. So you have to keep looking. Okay, it's a bit of an update on this thing. This is the 15-inch one. And you can see I've got it booting. But it seems to be having issues with randomly going slow. That could be related to a GPU. I mean, these 2011 machines are known for GPU issues on the 15-inch and 17-inch machines. Sped up now. Don't know if there's an issue there or not. The reason I was having problems getting it booting off the power supply was that I completely forgot that the cable I had for my power supply, this one here, it's recognised as being a 60 watt lead, not an 85 watt lead. This machine requires an 85 watt lead. As soon as I plugged the battery in and hooked up this, the thing booted up. So it looks like I was chasing a fault which wasn't even there. So that wasted a day. Anyway, whatever it was anyway, it wasn't a day, but it felt like a day. So anyway, it's booting up using a actual original Apple charger. It runs fine off that. But it's doing those random slowdowns I've found. So what I'm going to do is, I finally got to boot into ASD. Well, I finally got around to trying to boot it in ASD. And I'm going to run this test, and I might actually run it more than once in case there's issues with the way it works. Let's run it twice. It's deleting. Okay, right, 2. Do it that way. I'm going to run it twice. Let's do 2 loops. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So there you go. So far so good. But it was going slow when I first booted it, and that's sped up now. So we'll see how we go. Anything failing to start with, we'll see. Ooh, that gets really close, this thing. Look at that. Liking my new lens. Right. So initially, okay. Sensor's looking alright. So, right, we'll leave that going. And I'll. Oh, did I see some red? No, didn't. It's right, just the way the light was on it. It's reflecting off other stuff. Got a bit excited then. Right. I'll leave this going and we'll come back. But I know it is slowing down randomly. I had the operating system running off a hard drive and it just slowed down. So something is definitely going on. Probably a sensor. Maybe trackpad sensor, but when it slowed down, I had the operating system running and I did the hardware monitoring thing. Oh, what's it called now? I've forgotten. Anyway, it showed all the sensors on that and it didn't show any issues going on, so I don't know. So I'll do this, let it run and see if this finds anything. I hope so. I want to find out what's wrong with it. Something's not right with it still. But it's at least to the point now where the thing will run. So we get in there. Yeah. Okay, the testing is finished. I did the test twice and it passed. It did not fail at all, even though it ran around the whole test 2 times. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing the slowdowns then, because it's passing the tests. So as far as ASD is concerned, it's a good laptop. We'll see. Anyway, I think I'll call that a win. So thanks for watching. Make sure you share the video with your friends. Have a comment down below. Have a chat. I like to see comments down there. Give us a thumbs up. Actually, I'll do some order. Subscribe. Click the bell icon. And then give us a thumbs up. And have a chat down below. Thanks a lot.